Chicago culture is something so very special. Geographically, Chicago sits almost like in the same place if it were a body that the heart would be. Art and music and, you know, production. And people are just doing. Like, we're not waiting for, like, investors to come. Woo!
All right.
Ric Flair.
That is
Two claps on the Ric Flair.
Hey, man, new voice, new times, new day, new energy. Wow, cool, okay. Wow. I want to welcome my friend, Terence Bird Sims.
Hey, Birdman, baby. Flying in the weather.
Is that your middle name?
No, it's my street alias.
Oh, okay.
It's a street pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
Maywood's finest.
Yep.
Just to run down these credentials real quick, man. We'll just call him a full, well-rounded actor.
Yes, sir.
Stage actor, TV actor, commercial actor. You know, the pockets are different these days. I'll just say that, man.
A little bit. You know, came a long way.
Yeah, and we were talking about a hater. We have a mutual friend that's a hater. We all.
Oh, he is a hater. The biggest hater we all know.
Yeah. Shout out to McKinley. How you doing, sir?
What up, Kendrick?
What up, dog?
You know,
my boy.
He was OC this week. Like, this is the most he's chatted ever.
Yeah. Leave sports alone, brother, and music apparently.
So, and I'm calling Kende a hater because he's on record saying, Amon, I didn't think this podcast was going to last. I was just here because you're my friend and thought I was going to die. Yeah. That's what he said.
He said that to me.
He said that to me about acting. He's like, I didn't think you were going to be able to do it.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
I didn't think it was going to work.
He's so honest.
Fuck you. Okay?
Is that honesty? Feel like it's a little shot.
It's a little shade room worthy.
You know what I mean? I couldn't do it. I'm mad that you did it first.
Porky's not here to defend himself, right?
That's even better. I was about to interrupt you while I'm talking.
We get all this off.
I'm going to give him this smoke. Right, give him this smoke and be done with it.
So there he's like, you said it? Yeah, that's what I said. It's on camera. Like, you heard me say it. I can't say I didn't say it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, man. But no, I want to thank you for coming on, man. We've been talking about this for a long time. And I knew that your energy and everything that you bring to the table was going to be right, man. You might be looking at it, I'm taking applications. I'll just say
listen, I feel away. Because I remember when the thing started and there was a 4-man weave that y'all ran.
A 4-man weave.
4-man weave.
And then the 4-man became the 3-man. And I was like, y'all know I can fit in the weave, right? Like I didn't get considered. I didn't get a phone call. Like, hey, are you available?
You had next.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could be a sometime guest hosting this thing. Like, all right, it's cool.
I was a DEI hire.
Did they put me on hold for my DEI? And they put me on hold because somebody was gonna be sick or whatever. They'd be like, all right, we don't know if they're gonna make it. And like it's up until like showtime. Like, oh yeah, we're not gonna need you. I'm like, all right, niggas, I couldn't even get like a 10-minute a
terrible time management, man. That was in the early days.
That shit was murky early on, though.
No,
man.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I put the call out. Like, hey, bro, I need to come on. I got some things. And you're like, all right, we'll make a date. And it was just that simple. So thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Let's talk about what you're doing before we get into the shits.
So the reason I'm here, I am in full plug mode. I am producing.
Your voice changed.
Yeah, I gotta get my professional. This is my professional presentation that has to happen. No, but like I'm producing a documentary called "Staring at the Dark" with a good friend of mine, Leah Gibson. It's based about her parents' hometown of
Leah Gibson.
Leah Gibson.
Okay, all right, cool.
In Florida, just near Panama City. It's now a ghost town. So it's like a historically black ghost town. Damn. It was the black neighborhood that is no longer there. It's been incorporated by the county. But like the buildings and things of Bay Harbor is the name of the town that were there were destroyed or damaged during the Hurricane Michael about 5 years ago. And so misappropriation of FEMA funds, they're not going to get their full FEMA allotment.
Yep.
And so like these buildings still look like the days after the hurricane to this day, 5 years later. And like, there isn't really a plan to, repair this neighborhood. So what's probably going to happen is it's going to get developed, sold off, and then turned into something else. Right. And like these people whose lives started here don't have a place to go back to show their family, like, this is where I come from. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have anything to show my grandkids. Like, this is where.
Is this going in depth to how the funds are misappropriated?
It's not so much going into how the funds are
That's
appropriated.
interesting shit, though.
Yeah, it's more about like environmental racism. Like we're going into like it's a landscape film
Am
about.
I allowed to talk?
Please.
Yes.
Well, damn, I was asking my question. Damn.
You know,
That's
all right.
Damn. All right, go ahead.
Well, she's so afraid to get boxed out today.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
I don't know
no,
why.
because that's what I never can talk about the environment stuff. I always got to ask permission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
got
thing.
you.
So we in your bag right now?
Yeah, no, that's what I
came in.
do. First of all, that's super cool. What's the name of the community?
The community is named Bay Harbor.
How far away is
The
it
Bay Harbor
from...
Busher, Dexter. Y'all remember that, right? Yeah, for real.
I was on HBO, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Showtime.
Yeah.
How far away is it from Panama City?
It is probably like 20 minutes away. It's just outside of Panama City.
Oh man, I
It's
used to
not,
spend
it's
spring
not far.
break there, which was like amazing. On my way to like Black Beach weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We went to the
it's
shits.
woo. I used to pass through on my way to Pensacola. Pensacola. Shout out to the back seat.
You down with all of the South Alabama, Florida.
All right.
area.
All right. You know what? This is going to be a problem today.
Hey, look, that was the first club we danced at. It was called the Backseat in Pensacola. It was wild. They were like, "Do you have names?" We were
That
like,
land is
"No."
totally different, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just
That land is totally different.
This is why I have to navigate this today. Right? All right. So the documentary.
it's called Staring at the Dark. We're fundraising right now. Our goal was to raise $20,000 over the last 2 months. We got about like a week left by the time this hits the air. So 3arts.org, Staring at the Dark is our fundraiser landing page. Whatever, we gonna put the link up on the bottom of the episode too, so y'all can go right there. And yeah, we're just trying to raise some money. We are about $10,000. We have raised about half of the money so far, so that we can go down and shoot in June.
Drugs.
Continue to make this thing. We got a grant from Creative Capital, so we'll be doing this whole thing in New York for their picnic for the Creative Capital thing. So like that is So like
I would love to be like, you know how on documentaries they have people like subject matter experts talking. I definitely want in. Like I have a whole.
Where's your area of expertise?
So I have a PhD in urban ecology.
Come on now.
Actually, we will absolutely talk to you about being interviewed on this.
Google
on this
me.
thing. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do. But there's a whole group of environmentalists of color that I think their voices should be amplified. So whether those are people that are in urban planning or public health, people that are in water, infrastructure, developers, it's a lot of us that have, you know, that expertise, but people don't know who we are.
Yeah.
So I would love to be able to connect people, especially this cat, Dr. Marshall Shepard. He's a professor and a renowned meteorologist and a well-published researcher as well. Probably like the Van Jones, but in the science side. But a lot of people don't know who he is from our community. That definitely his voice would be really, really valuable. So first of all, congratulations, because shooting a film, producing a film is not easy. It is not cheap.
Talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
It ain't cheap.
You feel me?
And trying to convince people to give you money to do it, especially a documentary
because you can't give them the money back.
On black people, on black people in the environment, right? Like we keep chipping away of like people trying to figure out like, why is this valuable? There's just not a lot of films about our people, produced and directed by our people. So I'm excited to, see the story and definitely want to help out. So
you want to talk to Mom about this too?
Yeah. It's produced. It's directed by a black woman, being shot by a black woman. Our cinematographer is a black woman. And so it's super dope. Like I'm super excited.
My wheels are turning. I have so many people and connections that are with STEM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. They're looking for different ways. So how do you communicate about climate change? How do you diversify voices and visuals? And there's actually a film festival here. There's a film festival called the One Earth Film Festival. Okay. That definitely next year y'all should put your piece in.
One Earth.
Yeah.
And this segment is brought to you by Kels the Yogi.
Shit. That's the kind of shit you need to have. You talking about that, Joe? You gotta have something to stimulate your mind, bro. And we got the perfect thing to do that.
Oh my goodness.
Well, you know what? Hold on.
That was a really smart conversation.
Yeah.
I need my drink.
So the woman Leah who's directing it, her dad is a minister there. His church got destroyed.
The Lord didn't protect it?
No.
My God, that is so blasphemous.
Hey, and so like his church got destroyed, and like the only reason he was able to rebuild his church, which he just reopened March
Praise
2nd,
him.
was because he had wind insurance. But wind
Wind
insurance,
insurance?
yeah,
That's
Check it.
crazy.
that's how they get you because
That's
wind insurance.
crazy, bro.
Because it ain't the water, according to the insurance, that destroys the property.
It's the
wind.
300 miles per hour wind.
And
that
the wind
ruin-
insurance is so fucking high, people can't afford it.
Can
And so,
Chicago
like,
get credit for pimping? Because that's still pimping.
Well, but,
It's still pimping, man.
that's what the
Give us
insurance
credit for
company
this shit.
is. Like,
Yeah.
so my first time selling insurance, I sold accidental death and dismemberment insurance.
I like that, though.
Yeah, your whole head
That
has to
shit
come
be
off.
happening.
your head has to come
Your whole,
off.
and it has to be an accident.
We got a policy
You
at
know,
our job.
You got it can't just come like 3/4 of the way off. It can't just be hanging on
All the
in
way
back,
off.
flapping.
And you could not have been unalived by someone on purpose. It had to be an accident.
You sell insurance for the mafia. What you was doing? Goddamn, they
And
won't be
I
liable
sold
for
it
none of
over
this
the
shit, though.
Yeah, you want this?
Yeah, these are very, very intelligent conversations where sometimes, you have to have something to keep you in the loop. You want a bunch of smart people, you want to feel smart too.
I'm putting my pinky up.
This is true. This is true, which is why this is right on time, man. This episode is brought to you by Magic Mind. Okay, I took one last night and I woke up feeling fucking amazing.
Do this help with directions?
This is mental magic.
No.
Are you gonna drink yours?
I am gonna drink
All right.
mine.
Okay.
Okay, what's in this?
I like these so much better than coffee.
So
And it tastes good.
now when I'm done, Fat Jalen's coming out.
You get
Okay.
smarter.
Yeah.
Such a smart ass.
You already got your glasses on.
Time to get locked in.
Listen.
Let's get locked in.
So look, these guys are the Silicon Valley. Man.
Let's
They're
take
great.
it too.
Nice.
Performance shot. I want y'all to go ahead and hit that Corner Convo. We'll be at the end of what's name for some percentages off,
End of
some
the
money
what's
off.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so Chicago.
That's
End of
a
what's
yummy.
name. Hit the
It's a
what's
what's
name.
name.
What's name.
You know what I mean?
You
know what you're looking for. You feel me?
You a
It's gonna
smart
be down
guy.
there somewhere. You know what I mean? You know,
Magic
so y'all
Mind face
figure it out.
ass.
Y'all got technology and everything.
No, real shit. It does reduce stress and fatigue.
I like that. I need that in my
Okay.
life.
It enhances focus and mental clarity, just so you know. All right. So for all you dumb folks, people like me, I need this, all right, daily. Okay. Because sometimes, I have a brain fart and just grab your little Magic Mind and your life changes.
Smartest thing he ever did was add me to the show.
Talk about it then.
Ow.
I could probably write a dissertation off of a shot.
A who? No.
A dissertation.
No, it didn't kick in.
desk?
It didn't kick in
A
yet.
dissertation?
Desser. It hasn't kicked in yet, people.
Hey, man. When you go out this house, you represent us, bro, okay? When you leave this house, you represent us, bro. Stop talking like that, man.
A dissertation. You know what? I'm not
Is it gonna
gonna.
be like a red velvet dissertation? Or what we doing?
Well, you know what? My brain is so strong, it takes a little longer. Okay.
This motherfucker right here, boy.
But it does boost my mood.
Everything.
I feel great right now.
Yeah.
So shout out to our sponsors,
Oh
man.
my
We
god!
love
Thanks
Magic
so
Mind.
much, Magic Mind.
Thank y'all. We love y'all.
Salute.
Oh
All
my
right,
goodness.
let's
Get to it.
get to it, man. So
Don't move to Florida.
in Chicago, man, this podcast for
that goes
Chicago,
without
by
saying.
Chicago. We like to highlight our tastemakers, our
For several reasons,
influencers,
though.
and then work our way out to what's going on in the society and culture. And this week in Chicago, I saw some weird shit, and we don't have to take a deep dive on all this, but it's very interesting.
Whenever
to me.
you say that, bro, you know what happens.
We
man.
dive
We gonna take a
deep.
deep dive.
We're
Shit, man.
going.
That's like telling people we not gonna just
Yeah.
calm down for a little bit, and they're not gonna calm down.
Hey, the
true.
police behind you. Don't turn around. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all both turned. I looked the other way.
So,
See how far.
Huh?
I want to see how far they was on.
All right.
They went away.
this
I'm
is
sorry. I'm gonna act
Kid
like
that's
that.
calling
Bye, bro. It's over with.
Kennedy's calling. Am I picking this up or no?
Yes.
Yes.
And while that happens, now
my
can you
God.
open it?
Okay, all right, sir. We are recording live. What's going on, Mr. Adadapo?
Yeah, buddy. You got an opportunity to call in when you got a fellow pirate in the building.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
We respect him, though.
We respect
We
it.
respect him, though, bro.
You said what?
We respect him, though. We respect him. RESPECT. Think about what that means to me.
you
Respect.
should. You should. We cut from the same cloth. Partner, you respect him, you got to respect me.
Yeah, no.
After our conversation this week in the group text, bro, I have lost a level of respect
You
to you,
lost so
brother.
many cool points.
You lost so many points,
Man.
brother.
Y'all love to say things that have no bearing on real reality. You know what I'm saying?
But
that's
hey,
not
when
why.
I
Real
just asked the
reality.
question, how have you not heard victory?
You said what?
How have you not heard the song Victory?
That song is trash.
He didn't answer the question.
How can you have an opinion about something you haven't heard?
Like, first of all, why do I need to hear a song about P. Diddy faking like he's in some kind of Mission Impossible movie? And like it didn't hit home for me, sir. I don't need that in my life.
Just like that lady's poetry book.
All right.
I disagree with that. Actually, she has some very, very insightful.
All right. Look here, man. Do you have anything of substance right now?
Okay, man. I'm just glad y'all classing the joint up, man. You know, fellow Maywoodian brother, somebody who is graced the campus of Morehouse, who has studied abroad in Cambridge. Over in London.
Was she pretty?
I wish it was Cambridge.
Camden Yards. Camden Yards.
They don't need a West Side. They don't have no idea what that shit is.
We know to go in your pockets, though.
I'm just glad you thought
We know to run your pockets.
This is a friendly environment. Hey, I thought I was amongst friends.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what lies y'all telling. But anyway, don't let them fool you, Bird. They will trick you to get down the scope, man. Keep it real, keep it 100.
Hey, you know me. It's the only way I can do it. Appreciate you, brother. I love you. Thank you.
Love you, man.
All right.
Bye, Kende.
Get your
fuck off my line, man.
Force out of here, man.
All right, man. Anyway.
All right, bro.
Anyway. In the end day.
He said, get the fuck off my line.
Motherfucker don't call me any other time. You know what I mean? I thought this was crazy. University of, Northwestern University, actually, at Stateville. You got people on death row never getting out and getting bachelors, PhDs, the whole nine.
Come on now, talk about
it. What are you doing with this? You can't monetize that in jail.
You can't even show your people.
You can, your people, when you die, your people can put it on their wall. But having all of that knowledge being locked up, what can you do with it? And what's the purpose of receiving a degree in jail? And you're never getting out. You're scheduled to die.
You're a lifer.
I think self-efficacy. That's my 2 words, self-efficacy.
Okay.
Oh, that's a 10.
Ooh.
Yeah,
it's our first 10.
That's your first 10.
Yeah.
He gave you 5 for each word.
Oh, damn.
You did.
So I'm really old 20. I need 20.
I don't think that everybody's on life, doing life in the program, are they?
No. They are?
Everybody in the program is doing life. The other part of it is that
that's dumb as hell.
No, but we have to show that people are able to be something other than what this thing is that got them into prison for life, right? We have if prison is about reformation, right? Which is not. It's about
come on now. Now you want to preach? Come on.
But if we want to hold on to the idea that prison is also about reformation, we have to have things and show that even the worst of the people here can be reformed. That means the lesser of the worst can be reformed as well. And so that it can then be more advantageous to find other ways than just to house these people for punitive days.
So I'll ask, does education actually reform though? Right? We have people out here that are bad people and they're very educated. Right. And they use their information to cause harm.
For evil.
Right. So on some level, I think it gives people a sense of accomplishment to do something with their lives because of where there's not much that you can do. So having the option to choose to continue to be educated. I don't believe that it's true that you can't monetize it. I do believe that you can still write books, for example, and actually publish your books. But if you have the wisdom of what not to do, I think that that's important. There are a lot of people that end up getting their law degrees. And while they might not be getting out, that they can provide legal counsel for the people that are in there and are moving out. So I think it's valuable to create that educational kind of access. And I value education. It's wild that we still have books that are banned for prisoners. So that you can't necessarily create, what is it? What do they call it? They don't want them reading literature that would incite disobedience.
Right.
And
unrest.
Correct. So you have, but our authors are on there.
10,
right? So Assata Shakur's book is on there.
Love her.
You know, like they can't read her. But I value education. I think it's dope that people can continue to read and be literate. And that might actually help them be a better version of themselves while they're spending their life in punishment.
It's just really telling me that you try to give people something to do behind bars, bro. Something else that's not run of the mill to entertain them and to make yourself look like you're doing something for those that are stuck there. Maybe I misread the article or the articles. I didn't think it was for everybody that was just on life. Mm-hmm. If it's for everybody that's doing life, it's supremely stupid. You're going to march across the mess hall with your degree, go back to cell block 4, get the fuck out of my face. Okay, that's goofy shit. And studies done year after year, and I'm going to go off a little bit on this, briefly. The world, when you get out, say you get your degree and get out into the world, studies year after year by Nielsen and other accomplished or accredited, for lack of a better word, people that do these polls, Polls, not Poles, you dirtbags.
You can do both.
It shows it shows that, the world would rather hire a undereducated criminal of other descent than an educated black person or brown person. I'm going to say black because usually the polls, Polls, are distinctly mention the difference between blacks and everybody else. So to me, the program is stupid. And whose dollars are paying for this? Is this a grant from the government or are tax dollars helping this? Because I still think
Northwestern's expensive as fuck.
In the name of J. Cole and the song ATM, I want an app on my phone that says what my tax dollars go to, bro. I won't be able to choose my tax. If I don't agree with something, I don't want my tax dollars to go there. You know what I'm saying? You can do other things. The people that are actually out there need help. You motherfuckers stuck behind bars, bro. You can't unkill somebody. You can't unsteal from somebody. You can't undo a lot of shit. So why do you get this benefit and people out here actually need this shit though?
You can give people their stuff back.
You can't unsteal nothing. You can't unsteal nothing. The act still can be uncommitted.
So
you know what I'm saying?
The gentleman that was highlighted in the story, he chose to be a part of the program. He wanted that. So I think like the thing is like this brother wants to do something besides clean.
Before he got this shit.
But we also know like the 50% of those that are in prison in Illinois are our people, and they come from pretty much one county, right? Many of them are going to get out. Some of them won't. Those that end up getting out, we haven't even created a system where we accept them back, right? Like we're not creating jobs or opportunities for them to be housed. Like nobody wants to, very few people would like to deal with a criminal, even though most of us are criminals in very small ways. So for
the music that I've stolen in my life,
people have done more crimes that they have not gotten caught for than they have been caught for. And everybody does something, whether it is your kid goes to a public school and you live in the suburbs, so you stealing money from the city like that, or you selling your crime is crime. That's all I'm saying, cool. Right?
I get it. At the end of the day, like, all right, look, kudos to you for you finally your frontal lobe finally being developed enough to say I'm going to do something with my life.
It's too late, fam. Don't
it's
go
too
to
late.
jail.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. Like, learn.
What don't you understand?
I don't understand why he's getting a free degree from Northwestern when you have kids who have 4.0s who still can't get in Northwestern.
Can't scrap up money to go to a lot of colleges.
Is that something that you know or you're just saying?
I know.
That's truth.
What do you know?
I know that I'm moving on.
I think that there's one thing. I think that the program is funded by Northwestern. The degree program is funded by Northwestern, and like how they got it started, they were getting grants from like Mellon, like $1 million grants from Mellon. So like it was a lot of our tax dollars going towards it, and so like now Northwestern is putting the bill, and Northwestern is a private institution, so
good for them.
You know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily money coming out of our tax dollars in order to have this program.
Even better.
I think that the conversation about who can't get in and who is getting a free education is unfairly placing the blame on the person receiving the free education when the problem is the structure of the education system itself.
Thank you.
That's nice. Fair. I'm done.
The point still stands here, though. There are better things to do.
That's it.
There are better things to do.
In my mind.
Not when you in jail.
Yeah. Don't get locked the fuck up, man.
Niggas in prison. Every day is the same.
Take up wood shop. Okay, do something.
But you still have to learn that. Somebody has to teach that.
That doesn't cost much.
What are you talking about? Wood shop?
Wood shop is cheap.
That is not true.
You had wood shop in high school.
Yes.
Don't go to jail.
Exactly.
Simeon definitely had a low budget for wood shop. We needed more
wood.
wood.
Let me ask you this.
Fuck all y'all in jail, okay?
Let me ask you this.
Damn.
That's so hard. And it's our people.
I said everybody. Everybody in jail. Black, white, brown, straight, gay, everybody.
What about the system that made it
short, tall?
Made it sexy for them to be there?
Fuck them too.
That's me.
Have parents.
Like you
have parents that give a fuck.
You're consistently
make
moving
better
the
choices.
And I'm not saying that you're wrong in questioning that. I'm with that. But I actually want to just recognize the fact that this motherfucker has a degree from Northwestern.
You got 2 loans.
And there's nothing that he can do. And I got 2 loans, right? I can't get them bitches.
What are you doing with your degree?
Shit, getting money.
Are you using your degree?
Yes.
That's a point. That's an even better point of why this program is useless, because most people that go to school now present to say you are getting jobs and fields your degree do not pertain to.
Oh, so in that case, we're kind of equal then, right? So there are many,
I'm free. They not.
No, there are many. No, I'm saying I'm talking about with education, right? So if people are getting degrees, no matter if you got it for free or you paid for it, if you're not using it for what it is that you went to school for, then what's the issue?
One's in jail. What is it though? That's huge, man.
I mean, but what is?
I have a chance to do something with my degree if I choose. So they don't.
If you still can write and still practice law,
okay, you win.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you win.
Y'all just don't like prisoners. Just say that. That's fine. That's fine. If you don't want any money, and just say it. Like we talk about,
fuck jail.
Don't skirt around it. Like when China said, like say the name. If you think that prisoners and state money should not go to programs for literacy or healthcare or any of that, then say that.
For free people, yes.
So
For
people that are in prison should not receive any resources from the state at all.
You're in jail,
but.
They're in a state jail.
But like everybody that's incarcerated didn't do the thing that they're incarcerated for. So
right,
like,
that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
So fuck them too?
It's unfortunate.
That's wild.
How do we know they didn't do that though? Because they said it?
No, that's because the burden of proof that the state was supposed to meet wasn't met. But racism.
We also know that there's a large number of people of color, like black people, in prison that are there illegally as well.
Hey, free the guys. Fuck everybody else.
Free the guys.
Free them all.
Free the guys.
Yeah, there is a coalition to decarcerate Illinois, and shout out to everybody that's advocating for clean water, because while you're there for punishment, you're not there to be poisoned. And I gotta say that's wild. Right, like that's not okay.
That was the part in the article.
When you outside, you gotta to buy filter water.
Yeah, no, like let's be clear.
If
the state cannot create infrastructure that does not kill people. Right. So if they could do that to prisoners, and they're doing it at universities, they're doing it at veterans hospitals, they're doing it at mental hospitals, and cities are doing it, and they're doing it to our people, like, yeah, it's a problem.
Well, all the bottled water that we drink now has sulfur in it.
I'm not talking about bottled water. I'm talking about lead.
None of this shit is safe. Let me be clear. None of this shit. The shit that we bottle up and buy every motherfucking week after week, it is.
I'm telling you it's not true.
Okay, look. The cleanest water, you better boil some hot motherfucking water. Okay, and then put that shit in the refrigerator. Get all that shit out of there. The shit that the Fiji, the core, mountain, all that shit is contaminated.
The mountain.
All that shit is contaminated. All of it. But I'm going to move on. I digress. I digress.
No, not at all.
I read.
You see why I have to ask permission.
All right. I'm just saying. I'm that guy.
Advanced degree in environmental science?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I'm talking about bottled water. I'm talking about lead lines, right? Okay, it's not the same thing.
All right, let me ask you, and again, can we not take a deep dive? All right,
I'm a child. I'm sorry.
Last thing in Chicago, right? I thought this was, I don't know. I feel the way. Students can now take a 1-year course and become a police officer.
Are these free students?
Free
students getting free class.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So they got a chance to do something with their degree.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Is it free? I think they paying for it.
They might pay for it.
We paying for it.
Somebody
paying for it, right?
Us.
But, so they're putting everything. They're putting everything in this 1-year curriculum, so right?
Stupid.
Rather than your
stupid too, though.
Your 2-year degree, right? Now the problem is they made it seem like you can just take the class and then start the academy.
Mm-hmm.
No, like for you motherfuckers who have backgrounds, okay, you can take the class all you want. You're not getting in. Okay, if you have uncles, aunties, cousins that are attached to gang leaders, you're not getting in.
That's red tape. They own bullshit with that one though.
It is,
they
right?
Bullshit.
If you've ever smoked, all right, say no when they ask you, but you stay consistent.
Tell them you pray 3
your
times a day.
Yes. Do you drink? Say
no.
Yes or no, but you have to say no more than 2 times.
You don't
maybe
see
3.
color. You don't see sexuality.
Have you stole? No.
No.
All these things, right? They're not teaching you this shit. I'm telling you because I fucking know.
I just dress in grays? How do I?
I'm telling you, when I took The initial test to get this job 20 years ago, the shit that y'all can't do shit to me now, buddy. You know, the things I had to answer was like, why would any reasonable person of sound mind answer this question honestly? Why?
I answered C all the way down.
You know
I was so ready to get the fuck up out of that test.
It said, would you, if you saw your mother commit a crime, would you turn her in? I was like, hell yeah, twice. Man, look here, I'm gonna help my mom still, okay? Then ask her why when it's over with, all right? Because now the shit can't be undone. But now I looked at this and I read into it. I'm looking like, this is dangerous, but it's funny. Because the 3 students they chose, it was a Latino man, Latino woman, and a black dude. The black dude said, I believe I can make a difference out there. Buddy, you can't. You're going to fall. You're going to fall victim to the same politics that every other officer falls into, and pick a side. You're going to really pick a side, and the side's going to be yourself. You're going to pick your side. Get this money, go home. Get this pension at the end of your career. The Latino woman said, I've never believed in something so much in my life. That's going to be the female officer, and I'm telling you from experience, the female officer that's going to pull you over and do too much to prove she's worth her salt. You can see it. The Hispanic guy said, this job is calling my name. Buddy, you're going to be an attack officer, and you're going to do motherfuckers wrong at every traffic stop. I've seen this before for 20 years. It never fucking fails. I'm not saying all these motherfuckers are bad. I'm saying this is how it usually goes. Chicago is so political that you have no choice sometimes but to fall victim to the politics to get along so you can go along.
Well, it also tells you when they're giving away this class for 1 year and presenting you with the opportunity. It doesn't even say opportunity. It says you can be a police officer. But technically, it's an opportunity to be a police officer.
Who would choose that, though?
What it's saying is how short we are in the department, right?
Oh, yeah.
And how they're willing to take anybody at this point. Right?
Yes.
But I mean, look, the program's not even taught by a fucking officer, right? So he's just a guy that teaches criminal law.
I would just like to say really quickly that I'm sitting next to a police officer and that me stealing music was me making a joke. This is for dramatization purposes. And I just want that to be on the record. Thank you.
So you have to have like 30 to 45 credit hours, right?
It's supposed to be 60.
Depending on the municipality. Everybody's different, right? And then it's a 6. I digress.
Get his ass.
Anyway,
Go ahead.
Depending on the municipality or if you're state or county, there are credit hours that you have to, but everybody can't afford to go to school. So is this like a in lieu? So you can take this class instead of going to, because that's what 12 credit hours is a full semester. That's 2, 3. That's what 3.5 semesters. A year and a half in college or a year in this program. You save money so you don't have to take out a loan. And then you have to take the test. And then you have to be invited to
you gotta pass all that
participate
shit. You gotta pass
in
the
academy.
You gotta pass the psych.
Yeah. And then it's 6 months, which is a total of 40 hours a week. Because it's like a full-time job, right?
Allegedly, yeah.
It's 120 hours a month. So about 700 hours to be a police officer?
I don't know. All I'm saying is it's corny.
Of course you don't, because you're not. Thank you for putting that on record. Finally.
No, I'm saying.
As free people, you have the option to do this or not.
All right.
You're not free, sir.
Well, let's move on again.
Till we all free, ain't none of us.
Exactly. Thank you, brother.
Come on, brother Malcolm.
I didn't like it. It is what it is. Hopefully you guys do great. Okay.
Good luck to you. Out on the street.
You're not going for me.
Good luck to you.
So now our girl Jamel Hill. I don't typically have a problem with what she says and how she does things. I think she takes an approach from the black perspective a lot of times and from a black woman's perspective. And I'm okay with that because usually she's on point. And she basically went on a rant in reference to this whole Caitlyn, in the words of McKinney, number 22.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Stop. Can they stop? Okay.
And basically saying that the media has been covering her a whole lot differently than they would cover any other woman in sports, black woman in sports. And I thought about that. And I said, you know what? She's definitely
When you say different, you mean like give her more coverage?
More coverage
right.
in the way that they're covering her. About that. Right? I've already said, hey, why is Caitlyn getting the biggest sponsors and all this television time during halftime?
You know why now, right?
Yes, I know. Right. Yeah. So in my mind, I get my Malcolm X back, they are always looking for the great white hope.
Cool.
And this is their new wave to ride, right? Because they're players that have maybe, I don't want to say outperformed because she's the number one D1 player, all-time leading scorer. I cannot ignore that.
Bucket getter.
Yeah, I can't ignore that. But again, you don't see white girls with her skill set too often, right? Again,
What skills are you talking about though? Because they give good ass derb.
yeah.
I did not expect it to go that direction.
Yeah.
All right.
What you talking about?
Hey. Okay.
The neck party. They all invited.
Where y'all at? Do you think she has a point in how they cover women's sports? And is there a differentiation between black women, white women being covered in sports right now?
One, you have to look at who's holding the microphone and what do people naturally talk about. So if you have a whole bunch of people who consume more male competitors or competitions than female, of course, you're going to get that. The next thing is if it bleeds, it leads. And so you want to tell stories or have conversations that...
Talking about women, right?
Talk about you.
I don't believe that.
Hit dogs holler.
We talking about women. We talking about women, right? Beat
Hit
Cat
dogs
Moan,
holler.
now what?
I'm talking about me. I'm talking about
Beat-
media.
what the
I'm
fuck you
talking about
talking
media, which you're not right now,
I'm ready
right?
today.
Like so,
I'm
if
best
it
based
bleed, when thinking about journalism, if it bleeds, it leads. So the conversations that are going to get people to click and talk about is what people will typically do. But we also know that there's bias in media against black athletes, period. Right? Like, so how we're covered or who tells stories or how people use language definitely do shape public perception. And when we co-sign on it and pass it, or we don't take the approach of providing a neutral or both sides of the conversation for people that look like us, we just help move forward stereotypical conversations of women. So like when she was on she did the press conference, and the way that her response when she got emotional is
You're talking about Angel Reese?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Angel, when it's clipped, it's as though she was just talking, right? Many articles left out that she was responding to a question, which changes how a consumer who did not see that full clip and is not going to take the time to go back is going to consume it. And so, but we're guilty of that as well as people in media. We'll clip it in a way to get the likes, but we don't realize that
Go watch the whole show.
Yeah, right. But even the whole show, if it's been edited, you will not know. The editor really holds the wand for what the consumer visualizes and sees. So do I think that Angel has been covered differently from Caitlyn? Yes, I do. The language has been different. How black men have talked about her, I think, has been neutral. But the ones that are more positive get diluted by the negative, which also doesn't mean that they were not accurate, right? Like what they were saying was not wrong, but might have been taken as like a negative connotation.
No, I was engaging with people, arguing with them because they were saying that Angel Reese was using these things as an excuse. I was like, no, she was responding to a direct question that asked her what her experience has been over this last year. And that was what all of those comments were directed towards. I'm like, no, if you're going to, but the way that you saw it, you just thought that she was blaming those things as to why they didn't win the game that night. And like, that wasn't the way that it was. And to the point about Caitlyn, I think she absolutely is getting more coverage. And I think it is, for better or for worse, advantageous to the sport.
Now we're going to preach.
That is happening because the sport grows and is going to draw more attention when there is a villain, right? Like that is, like if you look at how the NBA blossomed, Magic versus Bird is what saved the NBA.
Saved it.
Right? And so when they can create this thing, and at the end, it always usually comes back to race and racism. Like if I can root for the person who looks like me to beat the person that looks like them, then we can parlay that into eyeballs and dollars.
Why do you say parlay?
Right?
Why do you say that? I'm going to tear that shit up.
And so I think it's bad for the individual players because like Angel Reese is now unfortunately is forced to play a villain role and like it have to embrace the villain role. And like she commented, she's like, I understand my place in helping growing the women's game and bringing more eyes and attention to the game. But like it comes at a cost that she has to pay, that Caitlyn doesn't have to pay because Caitlyn is protected and like everything that she's done is like, oh, but she is trash talking, but not directly at people. Man, if you're talking shit, you talking shit. Like, I don't give a fuck if you saying it to the people and the fans.
She talked to
I know you saying that to the fans about me.
Yeah.
So like it's a problem. And so now if you are going to be a person who talks shit, like when shit talking happens to you on the biggest stage, when we just beat you for the national championship, You tip your cap and be like, I'm gonna get your ass the next time.
Keep it moving.
That's all.
There you go.
That's what we got to do.
Yeah, you know, with all due respect, you know, I do respect Jemele Hill. A lot of tough stances she took or has taken along her journey to be who she is.
Stood up to ESPN.
You know what I'm saying? All that shit, you know, stood up to sexism, even amongst and colorism amongst her own people. You know, to me, she's a great. She's a great. She deserves to be mentioned in the GOAT conversation for female journalism or journalism, period. All right. But they have gotten on Caitlin Clark so much, I started cheering for her. I started rooting for her. You know what I'm saying? I did pick LSU to win my bracket. No bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I had them beating the Gamecocks in the finals. But Caitlin Clark hit them with 41 last year, hit them with 41 this year. They couldn't stop her. It happens, you know. We have to remember that this is still a business. It's sports to us as fans. It's a business. Yeah. Caitlin Clark is moving the needle at a pace not seen by none of the greats before us. Not the Cheryl Swoops, not the Maya Moore, who might be, to me, the best since Cheryl Swoops. Female basketball player, and not even on the same level as Maya Moore. Maya Moore went to WNBA.
No, I'm with you.
Won 3 championships. Cold MVPs, yeah. So the number might be off a little bit, but she's moving the needle, and there's more coverage on women's sports now, and she's being covered different because now you taking the betting perspective of it. It's coming in now, you know. People act like, you know, the interest in women's sports is just because they solely enjoy watching women play. While there is a crowd that strictly enjoys watching women's sports and athletics and basketball, watching women thriving and being shown in a more positive light on the athletic playing field, there's also betting attached to it because now you can bet on all these games. Yep. All the parlays, prop bets, all this shit. Though. So now you got us spending our bread on a little $5. Is she going to get 40? Is she going to get 30? How many threes is she going to hit? If you watching to see if you're going to get your money back, you know what I'm saying? But I think Caitlin Clark deserves all the praise. I don't know who the fuck Caitlin Clark is. Caitlin Clark deserves all the praise she's getting because she can ball. And I felt bad for Angel Reese in this perspective. Let's go here. What's a TV character that y'all absolutely hated? When you watch the movie that made you hate them? You see what I'm saying? Thanos and the Avengers. I love Thanos because he was a good villain. But anyway, if you can't think of nobody, fine. But when that actor's walking the street as a person, why should you still villainize them for a role they played? Angel's an athlete. Yes, she embraced the villain role on the court. It made her team go. It drove her team. But when she's not in that uniform and she's on her social media page or IG page, she's living her basic life as a college student, gonna go to WNBA. I wish her the best on that, though. Leave that girl alone. Leave her alone. Like LeBron James with Miami. Embraced the villain role. It wasn't for him. And I saw a lot of LeBron fans, as one myself, I saw a lot of LeBron fans villainizing and demonizing Angel Reese. I'm like, y'all hypocrites, bro. Yep. Y'all hypocrites because when he left Miami and returned to Cleveland to be the good guy, y'all was all good with it. Everybody deserves the same chance. Let's remember this is sports and not these people real life all the time. That's 4 or 5 hours out the day, every day of the week. You know what I'm saying? And if we really gonna be fair about it, let's stop introducing sex into everything.
There you go.
Let's stop introducing sex into everything, man. You know what I'm saying? If you love the game of basketball, guess what you should just love? The game of basketball.
Oh, you mean gender? Like gender. When you said sex, I thought you meant like intimacy.
Oh, yeah, like the B-Cat mom.
Like juicing.
Well,
I do love juicing, though.
To your point, I like the fact that you brought up LeBron because I am taken aback by Bronny putting his name in the portal, right?
Shouldn't be.
I'm not mad at that. Get up out of there because you weren't getting time, right? You maybe weren't getting time because you weren't performing. I don't know. Well, I do know. I saw the stats are there, right? You averaged 4.3 a game. You weren't too aggressive. You weren't too aggressive. That part. No,
nigga did almost die.
No, for sure, right? So I mean, he overcame a lot, and I'm not here to shit on a 19-year-old at all, right? But not surprised by him getting in the portal. I am surprised that he's putting his name in the draft.
I mean, yeah, but like, you know, that's just to get the feedback. To see what I need to work on in my game for next year.
No agent.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of people do it knowing that they're not going to get drafted or they're not expected to be drafted, but just to get the feedback from the NBA executives and the scouts like that. Like, all right, these are the things that you need to show us over the next year to develop to make you an NBA draft pick. It's not that surprising. Like, Bronny going to the league. It don't matter.
One way or another.
Like, so to that point, right, you got Rick Barry, right? I want to talk about fathers and sons, right? You got Rick Barry, who had John Barry, Brent, Barry, and Drew. Yeah. All 4 of his sons made it.
Man, I didn't count Drew.
He made it.
Keep it a buck.
He made it.
Nepotism.
Yeah, so I mean, it's
Jared Smith brother played in the league.
You got Kobe Carl and
the
George Carl.
Nasus Antetokounmpo, who's the butt of a lot of jokes. Ooh, he in the league.
I don't.
Say it again. What's his last name?
The Nasus Antetokounmpo. I fucked it up first time, didn't I?
You got Manute Bol and Bobo.
Who he hated too though. He hated Wembanyama.
You got. I didn't even know this. Melvin Booker and Devin Booker. I didn't know.
Who the fuck is Melvin?
Devin Booker's
Melvin.
father.
Melvin.
Melvin definitely was the fighter between them two.
Who else we got? We got Ronnie Brewer and his father, Ron Brewer. Right? So
What's Ron?
His daddy.
Who he play for?
Out of Pappy.
Wow, it's a lot of people in the league like that though,
Joe Bryant and the most loved Kobe.
What's my man on that host Gil's Arena? His dad was in the league, right?
Oh.
Josiah Johnson and his dad played for the Bucks. All that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Dude that makes the league, but
Del Curry, Steph, and
that was good. You won, Dale.
And Seth,
John Lucas. Steph's a dog style baby too, though.
John Lucas and his son.
Mm-hmm.
So this isn't unfamiliar, right? So yes, people have been using nepotism to move
society along, bro.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
So whether you're in corporate, whether you're in sports, if my dad did it or my mom did it, you got a job, right? And you're gonna learn it, you're gonna figure it out, and either you're gonna stay and be successful, or you're gonna stay because my mom was here.
I stayed. I'm unsuccessful, but I still stay.
That boy daddy is, in my opinion, the GOAT. Sorry, Chicago. I've been on the hill for a while now. He's the GOAT, man. So he's gonna get a chance to try out, make, and stay in the NBA, but that's gonna be according to him. He's gonna get the shot, Yeah. It's a business move. We haven't stopped looking at a lot of these moves as just strictly out of fandom. Look at it as a business. LeBron James, who's made the league billions of dollars, he saved the city of Cleveland, according to Dan Gilbert and the Cleveland politicians. Yeah. Bought so much money, he's gonna get a chance to play with his son. And whether his son makes it or not is on him. It's business. He can transfer or he can go to the league, bro. It's just business, man.
So when you put your name in the portal, somebody has to pick you up in order for you to transfer first.
Nobody has to pick you up.
Okay, so he can leave the school.
Yeah.
Does it cause a player harm if you put your name in the portal? Period.
Not no more.
No. Okay.
It never did. Transfer before it did. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You can retract your name from the portal as well and stay where you are.
Like psych.
Portal is a sexy way of transferring now. Yeah. It's a way of transferring that doesn't harm the players.
So it's almost like the draft. If
there you go.
Without getting an agent.
Right, but if nobody picks you up, now you got to stay where you didn't want to be?
No, you can still leave.
You can leave and go somewhere else.
But like you put your name in the portal so that other teams can contact you, because technically there's no rule, like there are rules against
contacting
you
and poaching.
People who are on scholarship somewhere else. This says like, hey, I'm looking to leave this place.
Interested.
You all can send me, you all can contact me. Let's talk about and negotiate how to get the fuck out of here.
You do that from a relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm going to enter my name in the portal.
Yeah, I'm in the relationship portal.
They've been doing that.
Hey, the portal window was open.
It's called Sneaky Links.
Hey, you know what time it's burning? It's burning.
Hey, my DMs are closed, dude. I'm not a free agent. I'm not trying to transfer.
Do y'all think the portal is the reason why the tournament was so good this year?
Yeah. Right?
What do you mean?
I think because of players being able to move around,
going
different places. Yes, I think that people aren't able to hoard talent in the way that they once were
and control it. Yeah,
and control it. And like the players are like, hey, I want to go play right now. I think I'm good enough to play right now, and some of them are proving that they can. It's tricky because there are so many people in the portal who have been on scholarship left that thought it was going to be a greener pasture, and they didn't get another scholarship.
Yeah,
and so it's one of those things where it's like it's going to get bad, and then they're going to figure out how to come to a level place of navigating it. I wanted to make one point about you were saying about it being a business and how Caitlin Clark and why Caitlin Clark is different than everybody else. Like for decades now, like the best white players either went to Stanford or UConn.
Talk about it.
Or maybe Tennessee. But like Stanford or UConn, Tennessee got all the best black players, right? Yeah, and so like Caitlin Clark is doing it at a place that isn't known to produce the best basketball. So like it is a perfect storm. Like it's in the middle of the country, in the middle of America.
Bowl, yeah.
I would use the word quintessential.
I like
you practice that. It's on that's on your phone. You put it on your phone. Okay, Magic Mind kicking in.
Yeah. 7 to 8. There you go.
Jalen.
It's not bad.
You know what I mean? Like she's in the middle of the country. Like and like it's like this person looks like me. They're not the people that go to UConn or whatever. It's like no, it looks like somebody who I could be. And so like they're packaging that and saying like, look, here we go. And here go all of these big bad wolves that she has to overcome in order to climb the mountain.
Perfect story, yeah.
And so, like, South Carolina is going to have to play a very good game because
they playing 8-on-5?
Yep. And so, like, we saw it last year when they played them, right? South Carolina wanted to play physical. They called it super tight, got Leah Boston in the foul trouble, and that turned the tide of the game, right? And so that is how Iowa made it to the finals last year. So now it's all for all the marbles, and we're going to see if the Golden Child, can slay the giant and the big bad wolves of South Carolina.
You as an actor, I want let's just shift really quick. What TV shows would you like to see come back?
What I like to see come back,
because they rebooting a whole lot of shit out here,
which I do not like.
Thank you.
Like,
me either.
Like it is a lack of creativity.
Come on now,
that we are rebooting everything. Like, damn, my nigga, can we create some new shit? Can y'all invest in some new shit? But something I would like to see come back, New York Undercover.
If you keep them ashy lips where the fuck they at.
Hey, I ain't gotta be them motherfuckers.
I love the way it was shot.
Yeah,
it was like visually.
Yeah. Like, it was good.
And the
Shorty was thick though.
It was hood to the motherfucker. Like, them niggas
that was
like,
out Law and Order.
Yeah. They had bubble coats. I'm like, oh, yeah, these niggas. Hey, the wardrobe budget on that motherfucker. Fire. I was like, these motherfuckers really is leaning into being some
Madison Pulaski. Yeah.
I like the live performances at the bar. Yeah. I feel like the bringing in of like talent of like in the episode and the soundtrack to it. Like, that's what kept me like coming back. Like, if I had what show you would bring back? I love Living Single. Even though Girlfriends was kind of like that. I love watching Queen Latifah. I think she's a wonderful actress.
You watching her Equalize people on CBS?
That shit's trash.
I don't have live TV. I don't even know how to get live TV. How do you get live TV?
You can catch it on streaming the next day.
Yeah,
wait, is that on my
how do you get live TV, bro?
Do you have an over-the-air antenna? Like, that they still sell those.
As long as you have Wi-Fi, you can get it.
I didn't know what a Fire Stick was until 2020.
I told Shorty what it was. Stop playing with me.
Like, I didn't know. We didn't have. So I didn't have internet. I didn't have television until 2020.
Okay.
I can remember.
Ever? I mean,
for about 10 years.
Okay.
I couldn't afford it. I was a grad student.
Man,
we had one of them things where you could watch like a DVR. So yeah.
What would you bring back, man?
And that's why I need this show to.
I would definitely leave everything that is no longer on TV off TV, bro. I don't need no show to come back at all. Zero show to come back because the way I look at it is this, man. They created that era of TV created a bunch of consumers and thought processes and behaviors that are still pertinent in society today that aren't beneficial to everybody. So what job did they really do? They really didn't do anything, man. The shows, when you say bring back, you mean shows that aren't in syndication? Mm-hmm. I can still watch the Cosby Show, so I'm cool. To me, it's a show that stood the test of time with lessons and still was funny and things like that. Everything else, you can keep going, bro. Like, why? They repackaging the same message to the younger generation, bro. Nobody should be okay with that. Nobody should.
So I posted on our page, like, has scripted television and media influenced how you shape your relationship or your relationship norms, whether that's parenting or romantic or even your work relationships? And I wonder, what do you all think? Like, from the media that you've consumed, how has it shaped the things you wanted and or made you aware of, like, I don't want that. Like, that's what they're trying to sell me, but I'm going in a different direction.
I'm definitely on Martin and Gina energy in my relationship, in my marriage life.
So is that kind of like your model?
That's one of them. For comedic edge and keeping peace and laughter in my home. So my home is my sanctuary. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, I want to laugh and joke.
It has to. Shit. It has to shape how people move because life is a fucking business outside of your personal space. What you see on TV, what these actors wear is what they're gonna sell in the stores. What's the trendy thing to eat at these restaurants on TV or in these rap songs? What's told to you to your ear hole? That's what you're gonna go to the restaurant and do. Like, Future had a line in the song when he said, "All bad bitches eat seafood." And I thought about it, I'm looking like, why do all these fine girls or girls think they getting some classy meal, like eating lobster, shrimp, and all this shit, bro? You know what I'm saying? But he
ain't never had it before.
Bro, it's for real. It shapes how you move and how you act around other people and in society, period. It just do.
Yeah, I need Game of Thrones back. I need Benny Hill back, right? Yeah, Benny Hill was that dude.
You know what? I
need
lied.
The Wire back.
I lied.
The Wire, I like that. I like that.
Give me Three Stooges.
I'll do Andy
Give me the Stooges
Milonakis.
back.
I rocked with him.
Who?
Andy Milonakis.
I need Entourage back.
I like The Game.
Eastbound and Down. If y'all ain't never seen Eastbound and Down, hilarious.
Was that on cable?
Y'all watch too much
Definitely
TV,
didn't-
yo.
definitely didn't
Get a
see that.
fucking life. Go outside.
For
Go
what?
do something.
I touch grass.
Reading.
Watch TV.
Okay, reading Rainbow.
Y'all love TV so much, y'all DVR that shit, bro. That's disgusting.
It probably was on my
I'm an
DVR.
actor. I have to watch TV
I tell you what, bro.
as research for
Hey, look
my
here.
job.
I ain't trying to be funny, bro. I'm not trying to be funny at all. I'm being dead serious, man. I hate stage plays, bro.
Hey, that's totally fine.
I hate stage plays. I do. It's not because of the actors or what it's meant to do. It's because somewhere along the line, one guy came into the industry and turned stage plays into fucking musicals. And he turned all black stage plays that were popularized into churchy type events. I'm not gonna mention no names, but you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, so you're speaking of a specific genre of stage plays.
Yeah.
Bro, but it made it sexy. Like when stage plays and stage play actors should be getting the credit they deserve all along, they weren't. They had to come in and make it gimmicky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't like that.
I mean, well, theater, and by historically, is an elitist.
Come on with the hard T's.
That boy voice is something different, man. You right.
It's an elitist thing, right? Like there is a barrier, and so like that's one of the things that we fight all the time when you're on stage doing this black ass show in front of all these white people, and you're like, what am I doing right now? Like I've had that moment several times. We're like, what the fuck am I really like?
You're right.
Being a liar and a fake.
Did it make you feel away?
What are you taking from this? Like, what are you taking from this performance about this black story, about this black life that you don't relate to and you don't connect to? Because like it's also an older crowd, right? Like it's also a bunch of 50
theater goers.
Yeah. People because they have money. They have the disposable income to be able to afford a $60
entertainment
ticket.
They don't bet on
women's
sports.
And so yeah, I get people's critique.
This is not a shot at you though. It's not a shot at you.
I like to say that like stage plays and like the term stage plays tell you like what people's exposure to theater is because like it's just a play. Like we put stage play on there for whatever reason to label something as something like it's a play. Just call it a fucking play.
I hate that shit in kindergarten. I hate it in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Shout out to A Raisin in the Sun.
How do you get somebody in your opinion, your expert opinion? Because this is one of the things that you do. How do you appeal to more people to go see plays, man? Like, okay, go check this out. Like, this could be an event, it can be a night out, or why they should. As a cultural experience, go see plays.
You just get them to understand that the stories that they are telling relate to them. Mm-hmm. Like you are able to see yourself reflect. You will be able to see yourself reflected in the people that you are going to see portrayed out there. Like it's not all just high drama, emotionally draining shit like in trauma porn and all this other shit.
I love porn. Oh, porn ring or porn?
Trauma, like, but not regular porn.
Like slave
trauma porn,
films,
like slavery. And like all the abuse and people being
Law and Order SVU.
You know what I'm saying? Sexually assaulted and like this things rooted around like the worst parts of the human existence, right? Don't get me wrong, like there's a place for it and some of that shit is really fucking good. But like also you just want to be able to see people live like, which is the effectiveness of Cosby, is like a normal life, right? Like this is what a normal life looks like for people who look like me. Yeah. And so just to be able to see your life reflected in ways on stage is what is the thing that gets people to come.
That fat ass finger down, boy.
Damn! Fat Jalen has something to say.
So, quick question: when you were on Chicago PD, how do you prepare to get ready for a role? Right, you were a mechanic or auto shop, and you know, in your mind, how did you see him going? Because if I'm taking that role, the first thing I go to is Martin. Don't you know no good, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going there, right? Trying to make it funny, I guess, right? How do you determine whether the character is going to be lively, if he like the mood of him? Like, how do you determine that?
You kind of pay attention to like what the style of the show is, and like that kind of dictates like whether this can be funny, like where you can find or inject humor in there. And then you just think about like, what is this situation? You think about like, all right, this person is, how do they feel about the police? Right? Like that was what I did. I'm like, I know how I feel about the police. So like, I'm going to layer that underneath like, man, what the fuck these people doing in my fucking office? I don't fuck with y'all like this.
Right.
Like dude in trouble. Like I don't fuck with dude like that either. Like I got shit going on here. I need y'all to get the fuck away from me. So like, I'm trying like. You layer all of that in there, and those things are the things that you think about. And then the style of the show dictates like how gregarious you can make the person.
Gregarious.
And it's so,
that's a 10.
Hey.
That's a 10.
And so, hey, I got my points. There we go. I got some points on the board today. And so like that's what you do. You just think about the show and the style, and you want to fit the style of the show because like I'm only doing a small bit part on the show, so like I don't get to disrupt the rhythm.
Don't discredit yourself, man. Come on now.
Try not to not disrupting the rhythm.
No, I know like shit. Them niggas paid me, so like I'm grateful.
Right, I will act however you want me to act.
Another question, right? When you're doing a small bit, big bit, right? You got a couple scenes.
Big bitch.
Are you going in and saying, if I kill a scene, maybe they'll make me a recurring, or does that just happen out of happenstance?
I mean, you go in to kill it every fucking time. Like you don't care about what the fuck happens after it. Like your job is to like you whatever opportunity you want. Like you trying to Tom Brady that shit.
Got it.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is my shot. And so, like, I'm here with people who are going to make decisions later on. And so I want to leave a great impression on what my ability is. And like, oh, I think we can do more. And then let the cards go where they go. But like, you're going to kill that shit. Like, you're not going to not score 30 if you're the lead scorer.
Right. Talk that shit.
So we had China on last week. And
Shout out China.
She ran some lines with us and gave us some acting tips. Because we have aspirations of being on the screen. Oh, okay. Right? So could you give us a few acting tips?
A few acting tips. The biggest tip for if you want to do on-camera acting is...
Wait a minute.
Oh, I didn't set you up for that. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that. Like you can just say what you just said.
Not the big tips, man. Go ahead. No Diddy.
Mine's big. I don't know what to do.
He has Maywood protection right now. He's fine. You're with me. You're with me.
I don't know what the other life is like.
Talk about it, bro. Fuck it, yeah. Sorry, Passive
is about. So
y'all laughing way too hard.
All right. To add to that, I was gonna say add this to it. Let's kind of follow the show right? If you're commenting on this top 10 WWE wrestlers, and could you come up with a quick monologue for that? And where do you go? and a voice, like if you're Mean Gene, whomever, I can't right?
I mean, but yeah, like that list is trash. One. Yes. Randy Savage is number fucking 3.
Get out of here.
Fuck out of here, dog.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yo, like Hogan is 10. Listen, say what the fuck you want about Hogan. He is no less than top 5.
I agree.
Top 2 to me.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, and where the fuck is The Rock?
Rock is like number 7 or number 6.
Yeah.
Like he's closer to the end. Yeah, he's
I must have missed him because like
he's
I was
closer
like,
to the end.
Bret Hart being number 1 is crazy.
Yeah, and Ric Flair wasn't on there, so I had a problem with that.
The Nate?
Was he WWE though? Was he for WWE?
It don't matter now. If they own all that shit.
Yeah.
I see. Now that makes sense.
Yeah. But he's in the WWE Hall of Fame, but like that shit don't matter.
No way you make a list in your top 5 don't have Stone Cold, The Rock, Hulk,
Andre the
Ric Flair,
Giant,
and your number 5 can be who the fuck ever.
Yeah,
you know
what I'm saying?
Andre the Giant, like, number 5. Give it to
that
him.
list was made by people 23 and under.
It had to be, bro.
Yeah.
Now that would be interesting to see the top 10 by generation.
Yeah.
Because we are very. They have way more people. They have way more people to pick from than we do for our generation.
When we was growing up, though, there was nothing more riveting than the Hulk being a sleeper hold. They hold his arm up.
Saturday
he dropped
morning.
it one time.
Man.
He dropped it again.
Can you smell?
The third time you out, right? His arms up. That was so stupid, bro. It was like, boy, you knew it was stable. It's like, damn, he finna do it. Y'all look.
I loved watching wrestling.
Then he left and built the whole other company.
He did though. He did though.
Monday Nitro?
He did though.
The NWO? Come on, Jimi Hendrix?
Come on, man.
He gotta be number 1 then, bro.
Like, bro, like it's Hogan. Like, it is wrestling.
He might be a little racist, but you talk about wrestling.
Yeah, you know.
He had a reality show too, didn't he?
He's racist?
Yeah.
Hogan.
I need to find out who put this article out for Bleacher Report. But y'all got this wrong, bro.
Hey, that shit
y'all got this all
trash.
wrong.
If you didn't have a signature move, you shouldn't be on that list.
Did you look at the top 50 list?
No, I haven't.
Why would I go there? Like, y'all fucking up in the first 10. I'm not gonna go.
I'm mad the Ultimate Warrior wasn't on there. Let me be clear.
He should have been there. Sting should have been there.
Where the fuck is Sting?
Sting should have been there.
Man.
The Undertaker was rightfully on there.
Sting had the best fucking wrestling career. He stopped wrestling and was just showing up for 25 fucking years.
From the rafters.
And just hanging the fuck out and getting paid. Like this nigga.
And then,
Nepotism.
in the heart of a beat between America and Russia, you had Nikita Koloff, who always taunt every American in the goddamn stands. Was he the first person to make the motherfucking Russian sickle with a clothesline famous?
Yep.
Why was he on the list though? Like for real?
Yeah.
You stinky Americans. Like, goddamn, he was American too.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Look, when I came back from college, I was training to be a pro wrestler.
You know what?
Yeah.
This shit has to stop. All right.
Why?
I'm talking directly to our audience. Okay. Now, if you guys are avid watchers of the show and listeners, first of all, we love you. Okay.
Thank you for your support.
I tolerate y'all.
Secondly, how many jobs and aspirations and cultures has Kels invaded? Okay.
Invaded? That is a charged language.
This is an invasion. Okay.
It's not an invasion.
Hold on. She square dances.
Yes.
She's a scientist.
True.
She's a yoga instructor.
Yes.
She's a writer.
Yes.
She's a I definitely want to call her a publicist.
All right.
But no, we're gonna take that one back. She's a Olympic swimmer.
Okay.
I'm missing. There's some more I'm missing. She faked hooped for 2 days.
2 days. Before the WNBA. I think they got made the next year.
And
95, I retired.
And now we're adding wrestler to her fucking resume. Kels, look, I love you. And you know, as your big brother, I love you. You ain't wrestled shit.
I didn't know. I
and
said
apparently
I was
she danced
trained.
in Florida.
She's stripping.
So okay,
yes.
so when you work for 4 years in a club getting paid cash, you can't really get a job. So I came back to Chicago, like, what am I gonna do with this amazing body that I've created? And I couldn't get a job. And so
what?
I was like really in shape, and so
body of work we're saying, or
me?
Oh,
me.
you? Okay.
Yeah, no, I've been
stupid.
because I retired from swimming for like over 10 years, then started dancing, so I was in really good shape. And then I'm like, well, I can't get a job, and I grew up watching wrestling, and there weren't like a lot of women wrestlers, definitely not black. And so I knew that there was a training camp like in Las Vegas, and I was training to like go down there.
I need the pictures, yo.
This is interesting.
So what had happened was he burned all of those.
No, but if we rewind, Kels was saying like tips for
big tips.
Wait a minute.
Let's just get back.
I got you. The pointers. You want some pointers? I got you.
Yeah.
One of the most useful things is when you have a scene and you know what the scene is, look at the things that physically happen in the scene. And by like walks into a room, sits down, sets up the microphone. Like those things, like doing those actual things makes it easier to figure out what it is you're saying and what you're going to say because you're responding to the physical movements in the thing.
Oh.
Right? And so like, oh, this person came and sat down next to me, so I have to start talking to them. So it just helps you keep track of how and where you're going if you know what each physical action or what your actionable things are that are taking place. And it makes the acting easy because now you can just be normal because like you can just react to the things that you're doing. Like this motherfucker's over here playing on the phone and punching the buttons on the pad and shit. And then adjusts his eyeglasses. And then like now it comes back to the conversation. And then you get to just talk about it.
That's pretty smooth though. Yeah. Pretty smooth though.
So that shit sounds very fucking easy. This is what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. Like and people like it's the thing is you start to think about what do. You overthink about the normal everyday action that you're making. It's like and people are just saying like just be normal. What the fuck you mean? I am being normal. But like you're like, okay, but how am I gonna say this? How am I gonna hold this mug? How do I want to take this sip? Like it's like, no, just do the fucking thing. It don't matter.
Yeah, we are waiting to be written into a script.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, to just be ourselves. Like be a live podcast where we're on the stage and maybe a fight breaks out in the audience and next thing you know, Amon saves the day.
No, I'm running.
I'm trying to get
home. Right, no, I told you my Lemar trainer. My trainer, I ain't saving nobody. Y'all dead. DEAD. Y'all dead.
Hey, you lead the way, my nigga. Shit, lead
block. Y'all gonna leave me on stage?
Nah, girl.
You better follow.
Come on, Cuddy Mac. Take them heels off, girl. Let's run.
Before we get out of here, shit is cooking right now.
What cold cook K-Dot? What you saying?
Yeah, cold.
I'm sorry,
cook.
bro. All you K-Dot fans, I'm sorry, y'all. K-Dot got a verse. J. Cole got a song.
Here we go.
He skippity-papped him a little bit the whole album. Then got the 7-minute drill, which I heard he wrote that shit in 7 minutes. Or either there is more song left because the song wasn't 7 minutes and somebody else was on other than the song, but they didn't want to put the shit out. Boom. that little tidbit right there, though. But to all you K-Dot fans and fans of rap, you know, fuck it, man. Cole answered the bell. Y'all like this. You know, you like this, you like this, you know, and we're going to see where it goes.
I mean,
Why?
7 minute
Y'all
drill.
like this.
Just so y'all know, like 7 minute drill, like, and this is how diabolical he is. 7 minute drill is a military term, right? And it's used in how to react to a threat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom. Like, get out of here. This is our extra strategy. We're going to kill, get out.
Right.
That's pretty much what Cole did.
So he was in and out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
If Cole is
my strategy.
Hey, in and out that thing. In and out
That ain't got
that thing. Yeah. We gonna slide in, slide on out. If Cole managed to find a booth for this, why hasn't Drake and they're on the same tour?
Drake on tour, ain't he?
With Cole. Cole is on that tour
I
with
think
Drake.
Cole's done, but Cole's in album mode. Drake not right now. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah,
But this is my
they're
math,
both
too,
on
though.
tour.
This is my math. It took Kendrick 5-6 months to respond to first-person shooter. There's no rush, bro. I'm sorry. If you get that much time, I got that much time.
Hey.
Plus, if J. Cole, I think when J. Cole lays Kendrick down to rest peacefully, hey, look, the art of war, Drake ain't gonna say nothing. Why?
Well,
Now you're done.
Because the story of Adidon. He learned his lesson about somebody baiting him for 10 years.
That-
And then he'd be like, you know what? I'm finally finna get this motherfucker what they wanted. And like, oh no, he had a bomb in the tug that I was unprepared
That shit
to.
confused me.
We have
Hey, and Adidon, bro, he revealed a baby, and the man had a baby with a porn star. When did men stop liking hoes, bro?
I mean,
For real. When did men stop liking hoes? All of a sudden, oh, he says mama did porn, bro. You fucking a hoe right now.
hey, man. He was hiding
Whose
his
mama
shock
we
value.
talking about?
like,
Drake's baby mama.
Oh.
yeah.
She is a porn star, so what? Y'all fuck unpaid porn stars as y'all sneaky links. Y'all wife these motherfuckers. Y'all take them out to eat all this. He got one pregnant, he can afford it. You motherfuckers, y'all fail victim
Y'all
shock
got one
value,
pregnant
bro.
and can't afford it.
Can't afford that shit, though.
Yeah, but like, he was like he was ashamed of it.
How do we know? You talk to him?
I mean, why
Damn.
was that the way that we found out?
Why I got you? I had a baby.
Yeah, that's
Your fucking
weird.
bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I had a
weird.
baby.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that
Why
the
you
way
want to
this-
know Drake got a kid?
I don't give a fuck.
The rest of his fucking life is in public?
Go make me another. Nothing was the same. That's what you do.
You want to know his STD test too?
I really don't care.
Hey.
I mean, if I'm running behind him, then yes, I would like to know what the status is.
Why would you want to know
Every
hers?
man
though? You
that
want to
gave
know
a fuck about him having a baby.
Because,
Did
like,
you watch his dick pics?
I didn't even know.
Y'all that interested? You know what I'm saying?
I need to know.
Asking another man's status for the one that you ran up in is wild. Hey man, did you test after? Wait, let me.
Hey, did you? Did you get it from Drake?
Y'all funny.
Hey,
Is
hey,
Drake the reason why we in
I
this
think-
fucking place right now?
Go ahead.
I think we all know there's certain guys that you know
My cousin Ryan.
that you will not fuck
Hey,
with.
listen.
I ain't hit nothing you hit, bro.
Hey,
Oh my
I have
goodness.
a long list. I'm like, hey, I'm either first
Oh,
or
no.
not going.
That's wild. And y'all still call them homies?
Huh?
Yeah,
Man,
Absolutely.
y'all wild.
for sure.
Hey, we ain't gotta share that cup.
Y'all out here with pantyhawks.
Some girls, some of my guys hit. You can't even give me top. You
Uh,
can't even give me top, shorty. For real. We are done.
is that how you know how clean the
Only the
crew
ones they
is?
loved.
If you get curved?
I'm not taking the blood after you. You can't put me in a bottle that I ain't see you crack open. Nothing. You can't do none of that shit, bro. I'm cool.
Hey, I'm gonna pour my own glass. It's all good.
That's
It's all good.
crazy.
Bro, you make videos of you eating all kind of random ass, bro. Y'all, you keep everything you got, bro. Oh, you keep all that shit for real. I'm seeing that shit happen, bro. I'm looking like, dog. I see the video, bro. He my man's 100 grand, but
You not trying to get E. coli?
Oh my goodness.
Hey, man, eating a random ass will have you out here with strep throat.
Question: if you know your guy out here bad and he's positive and he has a positive status,
I don't know that.
positive
know what
what?
I'm saying? Like if I said if
Okay.
if you know your homie got a positive status and you see him out here reckless, you saying something?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Like, it is
What
your
is reckless though? Like raw dogging?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, fam, you can't do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Are you letting the ladies know?
You gotta
Or you
tell
out
them.
of that?
Do
I
I,
don't
got,
know who
do I
he's
got a number?
fucking.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but if you okay, that's fair. But if you knew and you know Buddy is not honest with the women that he's with, you all are all saying something.
I'm gonna wear a Magic Johnson jersey around
Absolutely.
this bitch.
I'm like, hey,
I'm
bro,
wearing a Magic Johnson jersey. Come
Don't
here.
pull no Kendrick Lamar type communications. Like I hope you get it. Like no,
no, like, 'cause,
you're
like,
gonna be shaking your
32.
Magic Johnson.
Lakers.
You know we don't watch basketball. We be like,
Star
what
bucks.
Is his nipples out? Like, what is he doing?
That's right.
I don't get it
You
at all.
want to go to Ice Theater, shorty?
You be dropping off Magic Mind to it. Like, smart up.
And giving context
Learn you
clues
something.
for your nigga STD shit is crazy.
You leave
Shorty.
the little hints. Nah, man, that's wild.
Learn you something.
What rhymes with B.I.G.?
What does rhyme with B.I.G.?
HIV.
See? I need another shot.
Hey, look, man. Brother, before we get out of here,
Oh my goodness.
give out your socials. Give the website for the documentary and everything else again.
Social at T-Sims15 on IG. I don't know my Twitter handle. I'm barely on there. Yeah. The website is 3arts.org, Staring at the Dark. For the fundraiser link. Every little bit helps. Like, we take quiet money, we take loud money.
Come on now, talk about it.
You know what I mean? If you got $2, we'll take $2. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying
That's
to
what
ask
on the
all
shirt,
my
bro.
friends $5. I'm like, y'all niggas can give me $5 a piece. I know 1,000 people. $5, y'all got it. Like,
Yep.
half of that gram that you're trying to buy. Well, quarter of that gram that you paying for. Let me get a little bit.
I'll make my donation this weekend.
Absolutely.
It is
It's all
Earth
good.
Month also.
Hey, there
It's
we
Earth
go. It's
Month,
Earth
yeah.
Month, so do something good for the Earth. Like,
Yeah.
we started this campaign around Black History Month, so like people gave because of supporting Black people.
And then it was Women's
And-
History
and
Month
then-
in
and
Now
March.
it's
a
Women's
wrap.
History Month, so
And-
like
and now it's
now
Earth
it's the
Month,
Earth.
yeah.
You see how it all comes full circle.
It's Earth
Dang.
Month.
It is Earth Month.
There's also a
Fuck
solar
this place,
eclipse
man.
on Monday. You all make sure you have your glasses.
Oh my God. They giving these kids days out of school.
Yeah,
Them kids pussy.
yeah.
Get the
They
fuck
pussy.
out of here.
Yeah, you're right. That's
What's
how
one
that's
day
how
off?
important these degrees are.
What's one day
That's how
off?
important these degrees are now. This education is.
Yeah.
Don't learn today, go watch the sun. Go stare and get blind.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
Do something cultured with yourself other than sitting in this prison that we
go
got
to
you in.
Yeah.
We got you in prison for 8 hours a day, getting you used to going to prison later on in
This
life.
is true. This is true.
Go step outside and get some sun on you. Well,
I'm definitely going
some
to a
black
prison
sun.
play though.
The only clips I want to see is a full moon off a thickie. A thick
Hey.
baddie.
What?
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, all right.
So
Yeah.
you going to a
Only clips I
prison
need.
I would love to see a prison play.
with your titties out?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
Why would I do
It's
that?
It's gonna be a riot.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly,
prison, girl.
exactly.
I've done a play in the prison.
Really?
Word.
Yeah. We were doing Monster. If you've seen the Netflix,
The lady
film.
that murdered people?
No, there's
It's a
Griselda.
horrible play for
no,
prison.
no, not that Monster. It's a young adult novel that got adapted. It was like John David Washington was in the film version on Netflix.
Okay.
It wasn't that good.
Should have been on Tubi.
He
The
wasn't-
voice of God.
He wasn't that good in it. But we did the play at Steppenwolf, and then we took the play to the youth detention
A
centers.
juvenile? Okay.
Juvenile detention centers, and I got a chance to do 2 shows in 2 juvenile detention centers, and that was like my Steppenwolf debut.
Nice.
So like I am
Congrats,
like
but yeah.
probably the only person who can say I debuted at Steppenwolf in a youth detention center. So one time,
Shout out to the people that love the kids.
and that shit was crazy.
Shout out
'cause,
to the
like,
free people.
them it's doing a play and you're used to this controlled ass environment, and like you got the motherfucking bells going off, phone ringing, you still doing your shit because you in the gymnasium and shit. You're like, hey, ain't nobody gonna answer that goddamn phone? You standing right there. Just hello, hi,
Line.
my nigga.
Line.
Line.
I can't even call line because we ain't got the full fucking support system here. Like, hey, what are we supposed to say? Like, oh yeah. I'm sorry. We back.
All right, man. Hold on, man. Episode what?
193, man.
193,
193.
man. We love y'all, man. We out. Hold on, where my shit at?
We free, y'all. We free.
Oh my goodness. For now.
We free.
For now.
And take this picture so I can ride, bro.
I need a sticker.
Hey.
Hey, Brandy.
So the only way we're going to get